Hey guys, I'm just coming on here. I have a challenge for y'all. It's a challenge for myself too. Um, I want us to um, take Proverbs. There's 31 chapters in Proverbs, so there's 31 days in the month of October. Today's the 2nd. I actually wanted to start this challenge yesterday, but just life happened and I didn't do it. I didn't make that my priority, but anyway, so I'm going to start today, and I'm going to catch up. What I would like to do is for us to read that chapter that correlates with the date, and then come on here and share what you learned. What did God show you in this? I have read scriptures before and sat in church services and listened to a preacher preach, and they will read a verse, and I'll think, wow, I didn't get that out of that. So each of us all has our own understanding and our own view and the way that God shows us this. And I think it'd be really great if we could share that with one another. So today I would like to start out, and I'll just read chapter 1 and maybe talk about it a little bit and see what you guys say. I would love to have as much feedback as I could possibly get. If you like it, if you don't, it's okay either way. But it's something that I feel like in my heart that I need to do, and I hope that somebody is blessed by it. I hope that somebody learned something. So let's just get started. Chapter 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment and equity, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase in learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. I don't know about you, but I do not want to be considered a fool. I want it all. I want to know as much as I can know. My son, hear the instructions of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother, for they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head, and chains about thy neck. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. If they say, come with us, and let us lay wait for blood, let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance, and we shall fill our houses with the spoil. Cast in thy lot among us, and let us all have one purse. My son, walk not thou in the way with them, refrain thy foot from their path. For their feet run to evil, and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of many birds, and they lay wait for their own blood, they lurk privily for their own lives. So are the ways of every one that is greedy of gain, which taketh away the life of the owners thereof. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates, in the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and the fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called, and you refused, I stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Oh, I don't want to be found in that category. I do not want to be found in that place. For they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel. They despised all of my reproof. Therefore they shall eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearken unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Now that right there is a promise. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Verse number 7 tells us, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Friends, don't find yourself being a fool. Seek the Lord with all your heart. Get in this word and find out what his word says about you, and what his benefits are for you, and what happens when you choose otherwise. It is our choice. We do have a choice to serve him and to seek him. He's not pushy, and he's not going to force himself up on us. He is there with loving and open arms. It also says in 31, therefore they shall eat the fruit of their own way, and shall be filled with their own devices. Now, these are folks that have not chosen to listen and take God's reproof, and have despised the knowledge and wisdom. They shall eat the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't like Brussels sprouts. But if I went to my garden and I planted Brussels sprouts, I shouldn't go to that garden and expect to harvest corn or green beans or potatoes. So that old saying goes, what you reap what you sow, is absolutely true. We have got to sow in the word in our hearts and get it in on good ground. We have got to get that knowledge in us, and we have got to be serious. Our children need us to be serious. Our families need us to be serious. And one day we all stand before God. We will. And we will give an account for everything. And you know what? Mom and Daddy's not going to stand for you. Granny and Papa's not going to stand for you. Your brother, your sister, your husband, your aunt, your uncle. Nobody's going to stand before God and give an account for anything that you did but you. Now, we have a loving and merciful God, and He's standing there waiting for us, for those that maybe have turned our back on Him, that maybe have went to church and somebody hurt your feelings, and you just say, I'm not going to go back no more because so-and-so hurt my feelings. I'm really sorry somebody hurt your feelings, but were you going to church for so-and-so, or were you going for God? That's the question. I know that's kind of a tough question. And you're not going to find a perfect church. I've been to many churches in my life. We've traveled around for years. And I know that there's not the perfect church. We are all human, and we all make mistakes. But we all have to forgive, and we have to move on. And if we have a problem, then we need to ask God for direction. We need to seek His wisdom and His counsel on what to do. I know this is a little bit lengthy. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you'll join me on this challenge, and that we will learn and grow together. I would love your insights. I would love to hear what God showed you through this. And I love you guys, but more importantly, Jesus loves you.